In the age of Sigmar, the cursed city of Shadespire stood as a warning to those who would challenge Nagash, Lord of the Undead. Many souls remain trapped in an eternal cycle of death and combat. Steelheart's champions and the Fast Riders, elite warriors of the God King Sigmar, had been claimed to the curse of the Mirrored City. Knight Incantor Everon Stormsire and his Cursebreakers have been sent to unbind the enchantment and destroy the Nightvault. As these souls clash, the Nightvault would run red with blood. After weeks of travel and battles against the depraved prisoners of the Nightvault, our brave heroes had finally arrived at their destination. It is undeniable. The energy coming from here. We have reached the Nexus of Souls. I am certain this place holds the key to unlocking the Shadespire curse. Yes, Averon, we can both sense it. The latent magic in this place is overwhelming. Surely, we must find some answers here. The Soul Nexus, swirling with magical energy, stood within the middle of the chamber. Our heroes approached it warily. Tread carefully, Stormcast. The Lord of Undead is a wily foe. We do not know yet what dangers await us.
Stormcast! Like moth to the flame you have come, just as he predicted. Now my thorns can pierce you and send you to your eternal death.
Surely you jest. Have you forgotten our last encounter? We will defeat you as easily as we did before.
You will not find it so easily now, for Nagash has blessed us with unholy powers. Stormcast, your quest ends here. We will kill you.
Stormcast, the final battle approaches. Ready for battle, we must destroy the Soul Nexus.
Welcome, Philo, to the final mission, game number 4 of my Nightvault narrative campaign, hosted by the humble, the handsome, the maoriwargamer, New Zealand's #1 YouTuber. There, sitting on 235 subscribers at the moment of filming. So yeah, this is the final conclusion after 3 epic battles against 3 different warbands. We're back to where we started, facing off Stormsire's Cursebreakers against the Thorns of the Briar Queen, servants of Nagash freed from the Nightvault, looking to wreak a terrible vengeance against those who imprisoned them. And so this mission will play differently from the previous games we've played so far. So we've got 7 objective markers scattered across the battlefield. We're looking to hold objective number 6, which contains the Soul Nexus. If the Stormcast can hold that for the turn at the end of their activation, then victory will be theirs. Or if they wipe out the Thorns of the Briar Queen before that, then they also will achieve victory. Another little thing there, we've carried our continued experience and upgrades gathered over the course of the 3 previous battles. However, we've had some very hard fought battles and haven't come out as upgraded as we would have liked. My opponent has also upgraded 2 units, and 4 of his are inspired. Just randomise that action. So the Stormcast have their task cut out for them as they look to undo the Shadespire curse, free their allies from the previous 2 seasons. What are they? The Fast Riders and Steelheart's champions. But they're up against Nagash, Lord of the Undead. His servants have come through empowered and ready to stop their enemies. Another little twist, a little bit of flavour I've decided to add to this one is the Chainrasps units will return to the battlefield to any starting square on a roll of an exclamation mark at the start of every turn. So this game's going to go on indefinitely until either Stormcast win or lose. So yeah, without further ado, we'll kick off into turn 1. Stay with us. Turn 1, activation number 1. Alright, so Stormcast kicking off activation number 1 for turn number 1. Stormsire will ready his allies.
Stormcast, we have come this far. We shall not be delayed from our goal. Spread out and find the Nexus of Souls.
Alright, so Averon is going to step onto this one here. If this is objective number 6, the Soul Nexus, I'll reshuffle it there. But not planned, not predicted at all. Let us see. Number 2. Okay. Not what we're looking for. But the search will continue. So great. Soon as a movement action for him, and he'll hold steady. I'm going to play a card actually. Alright, so Stormsire is going to unleash the Cry of Thunder, calling upon the powers of the Heavenly Sigma. Looking for lightning bolts or critical hits. He's basing that one onto the Briar Queen herself. So crits or lightnings. Not off. My opponent also played sidestep to move this Chainrasp here up 1 hex. But that's the end of my activation. We're going to activation number 1 for the Thorns of the Briar Queen. The Hangman. He's inspired and he's moving in to attack Rastus. He has the Strangling Coil equipped, a spectral length of rope wrapping around the victim's throat with the strength of a constricting serpent. So that's 3 attacks, hitting on swords or crits. 1 hit, and I get 1 defense, defending on a shield or a crit. Oh, well, defending on a crit. Oh, so he takes 3 damage. Mm-hmm. Ouch. That's Everhand's turn done. So the haunted rope strangles Rastus, bring him down to 1 rune remaining. My opponent plays a drifting advance, moving his Chainrasps up 2 hexes, and we'll go into activation for the Stormcast turn number 2. Activation number 2, turn 1. Activation number 2 for Stormsire's Cursebreakers. Anna Stormguard is going to make a movement. Moving on to this objective. Remember, we are looking to find the Nexus of Souls. So is it here? It is not. But that's not a problem. We're going to fight in against the Hangman, supported by the wounded Rastus. We shall unleash some excellent damage. We're looking for 3 attacks, hitting on swords, crits, and support. So 2 supports in there. 2 defense. He's looking for dodge or crits. Nothing.
How much damage?
So that deals 2 damage each.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh! Alright, so Amos unleashes a furious attack with a Tempest Blade and Lightning Whip into the Hangman, wiping him off the battlefield.
Foul creature, no wonder you suffered the fate of the Hangman's noose. Be gone, creature of darkness.
Alright, that's a glory point gained for the Stormcast at the end of their second activation. I'm going to play a few cards now though. First one we'll start off with is Empathic Conduction. The power of Sigmar's Tempest cleanses us even as it destroys our foe. If the spell is cast, choose a friendly fighter adjacent to the caster. Remove a wound token from that fighter's card. So this one goes off on a swirl or an exclamation. Amos is attempting to cast that onto Rastus. Alright, so my opponents just use the ability of Varclav to move the Chainrasps forward. Moving this one as well, he becomes inspired. So Rastus is going to move for activation number 3. He's actually going to charge and try and capture this point here. 1, 2, 3 on this side. So it looks like we're going to have to step into my opponent's half of the battlefield if we want to claim victory. However, Rastus is going to unleash his Storm Stave into the Chainrasp here. 2 attacks, looking for hammers or crits. Hammer. 2 attacks. Dodges or crits. Nothing. That deals 2 damage.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, what? 2 health each?
Yeah, he's got 2 health.
Woo! There you go. Be gone, creature. Boom. That's another glory point picked up by Stormsire's Cursebreakers. And ends activation number 3 for the Stormcast. Moving to activation number 3 for the Thorns of the Briar Queen. Before we go to activation number 3, I do gain an objective. Magic is a dangerous tool indeed. One must channel it precisely and to decisive effect. So measured strike, score this immediately if a friendly fighter makes a successful attack action that deals exactly enough damage to take the target out of action, which Rastus successfully did. So that's 1 more glory point. So I'm on 3 glory points to 0. Activation turn number 3 for turn 1. Chainrasps moved forward and took an attack into Rastus, who successfully blocked the attack. Activation number 4, final one for turn number 1. Rastus. So I'm just going to draw a card. I'm going to immediately purchase this as an upgrade. I'm going to put that onto Stormsire. So upgraded him with the Hurricane Step. And that ends all 4 activations for me. Final activation for the Thorns of Briar Queen. Alright, so end of the turn number 1 Nightvault narrative campaign. Stormsire's Cursebreakers versus the Thorns of the Briar Queen. Stormcast sitting on 3 glory points so far. Also gained an additional glory point for holding objective number 2 over there, and gained 3 glory points for holding 3 or more objective. The mirrored city itself shrinks before your might. So that's another 4 additional glory points. We're going to pick up, redraw our hands, check if some of the Chainrasps come back. My opponent's trying to take some sneaky rolls, practice rolls. Good luck that'll do to him. And get ready to go into turn number 2. Alright, so Stormcast will take turn 1, activation 1 for turn number 2. My opponent's going to roll for his Chainrasps coming back on an exclamation. That guy there. Nope. And the Hangman. It's a nope. So we'll go into activation number 1 for turn number 2. As we hunt for the Soul Nexus. Alright, Amos Dawnguard is going to make a charge. 1, 2, 3. Fighting into the Briar Queen. She is going to activate her Warding Blast. To target all adjacent enemies, roll for each. Amos slams her enemies with a thundering emanation, sending them reeling. So rolling 2 dice. Firstly into the Briar Queen, we are looking for swords, we are looking for crits. And into the Chainrasp here, looking for swords and crits. Damn it. Nothing. It's heartbreaking. But luckily I have a reaction ability. Play this after a friendly fighter's attack action that fails. Fighter can make another attack action that targets the fighters. So rolling off again. Into the Briar Queen. Swords of crits. 1 crit. Let's try and make a dodge.
2 defense.
2 dodges. Or 2 crits he's looking for.
I don't know what that one does. Oh, I have it.
Stalling for time. Gonna help you at all.
Dodges or crits.
Damn it.
Crit.
And into the Chainrasps. Damn it. However, Lightning Whip, after this fighter's attack action that succeeds, deal 1 additional damage to the target of that attack action. And also Great Strength, +1 damage to all attack actions with a range of 1, so you'd still take 2 damage.
It did succeed.
It did succeed.
I blocked it.
No,
I defended it.
my attack succeeded, your defense
You can't play
succeeded.
those 2 cards real well as well.
Okay. Alright, so Varclav inspired. The Candlekeeper is moving forward to attack Amos. He's supported on the left and the right, so he'll be hitting on everything except swords. 2 hammers. Alright, those are 2 easily defended. Come on. Looking for shields, looking for crits. Damn it. How much damage does it do?
3 each. She's dead.
3 each?
Yep.
Oh, she is dead. Very dead. She's dead.
She's very, very dead.
Damn. Not looking good. Not to worry, I've got something up my sleeve. My opponent also plays Death Sentence. Score this immediately if 3 or more friendly fighters are adjacent to the same enemy fighter. And that's just what he needed to kill Amos. So we're down 1/3 of our warband. We'll move into activation for the Stormcast. Sigma, I need your guidance. Please shine your heavenly light so I may know where the Soul Nexus is. Alright, Averon, but only at the cost of 1 glory point will you be able to flip a objective marker. Alright, Sigma, well I have 2 glory markers, glory points available. Well, let's take a look, eh? Here you go. No! No! Shit, there it is. There's the Soul Nexus in the center of the battlefield in my opponent's half. Jeez, we're gonna get warped. Stay with us. Activation number 2 for turn number 2. Alright, Stormsire's making a charge into this Chainrasps, swinging his Incanter's Staff, hitting on hammers, crits. Double hammers. Double blammies. That's this one here.
Which one? Oh.
Helmet head.
Helmet head? Ah, yeah.
2
swords or crits. Oh.
dodges. Ah, damn it. So he manages to survive it. I'm going to play the Hurricane Step though. After this fighter's attack action, push this fighter up to 1 hex. So he's going to bounce forward here. Into activation number 2 for the Undead. The Briar Queen lets out a ghostly wail as she sails across the battlefield, looking to combat Averon Stormsire. She is inspired, she is wounded. She's looking to swing in with her Briar Whip. 3 attacks hitting on swords, supports, or crits. Nothing. Woo! Sigmar protects me, foul witch. You cannot hope to defeat me. On to activation number 2. Rastus is going to move forward 3, 1, 2, 3. And attacking with his Storm Stave into this Chainrasp. 2 attacks, he is hitting on hammers or crits. Hammer and a crit. Yeah!
2 defense or dodges or crits.
1 dodge, but 1 crit is all he needs
How many
to
wounds?
deliver 3 damage.
Oh, he's dead.
Woo! This is for Amos! It's another glory point, bringing me up to 8 to my opponent's 2. And the game continues. Helmet heads looking to attack. 2 attacks hitting on swords, crits or supports. Hammer and a crit. That's enough. Against a crit defense. Bolts! Who? maoriwargamer. New Zealand's #1, providing quality entertainment every day of the week. Everon Stormsire is going to attempt to cast Fulmination into the Briar Queen here. It's looking for, goes off on a swirl or an exclamation. Oh, roll again.
House rules.
That's 40k. 40k.
Off the
Ah, double crits.
doesn't count.
You're dead anyway.
That is really
One of them does 2 damage, so
off
you're dead.
the table. 2 dead on the Briar Queen.
Yeah.
She still has 1 wound left because I added.
Well,
it.
lucky I rolled double crits. You're dead.
No, 1 went off the table.
That's the
No.
40k rule.
No, that
No.
is the house
Okay,
rule.
house roll, crits to the side.
House rule. You
Crits to
have
the
made
side.
it. Go ahead. Roll. Double crit to the side.
No, you. We roll off to
Oh.
see who wins. First one will get a double. No, first one to get crits. Hey, mate. Calm down. Calm down.
Rigged.
There you go. Briar Queen's dead.
Rigged. Rigged. It was off the
Fellow
table.
Briar Queen, you and your cheating allies cannot stand against the holiness of the storm. Alright, Father, so the Fulmination cast successfully upon the Briar Queen. A few disgruntled opponents there. Apologies for that. However, victory prevails in the end. Triple crits. How can I do that? I am a god. But yeah, that's all we need to see. We'll continue the battle, go into the final, final activation for the Thorns of the now dead. Right. Alright, so I gained another glory point, Harness the Storm, for successfully casting a spell. So that is 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 glory points to my opponent's 2. If this was a glory game, we'd be done. We're heading into turn number 3, activation number 1 for the undead. So stay with us. I've also spent a couple of glory points upgrading Stormsire. But yeah, we'll see how turn 1 plays out. My opponent's just going to try and resurrect its Chainrasps. No, Hangman doesn't come back. That guy comes back. Oh, he's putting him onto the Storm Nexus of Souls. This guy. No. So 1 guy is back. That guy. It's not inspired. Fortunately, the Briar Queen cannot come back. Sigmar does not allow it. So turn 1, activation 1, turn number 3. Alright, so heading into activation number 1 for turn number 3, my opponent managed to successfully bring back 1 Chainrasp, bring him next to the Nexus of Souls. So we've got 4 Chainrasps in the way of victory for Sigmar. So who will win? Who will lose? Stay tuned, it's still too close to call. Age of Sigmar, Warhammer Underworld's Nightvault. Alright, so Varclav is going to attack into Acheron Stormsire. He's looking for 2 attacks, hitting on hammers.
Hammers also supporting crit.
1 crit hit. 1 defense, looking for a critical defense. Yes! You can't beat me. You're a fool, Harry Potter. And you will lose everything. Boom! Get out of my face. I'm going to play a card. A couple cards actually, hold up. Alright, so I've played Determined Effort to add an extra dice to my next attack activation. Also going to play Storm Strike to add 1 damage to my next attack. Don't count me out just yet. I'm going to play Confusion. Choose 2 fighters adjacent and switch them. So it's Acheron. It's going to swap with Varclav. On his way to...
3. You still got to be 1 short.
Come on, mate. Sidestep. Choose a friendly fighter, push them 1 hex. Bada bang, bada bazonga. Hoorah! And we're going to go into activation number 1, turn. Alright, so Nightvault narrative campaign. Stormsire's Cursebreakers versus the Thorns of the Briar Queen. Weeks of battle and questing have brought them to this position, looking to destroy the Nexus of Souls to free their lost companions. Acheron Stormsire's activation, remembering the victory conditions were to either wipe out all of the enemy warband or end your activation on the Nexus of Souls. So that was our victory conditions. 1, 2, 3. It's going to attack. You can't play this now. You play at the end of the thing.
At the end of the thing, before the next activation.
No, that's the end of my activation. No, you're done. However, if you thought you were going to do that anyway, I'm going to attack you. So I get 3 attacks. He hits on hammers, exclamations. Or 1 exclamation, that's all you need. It's 1 defense on an exclamation. Not on an exclamation. And that kills them. So, you can't play that, no adjacent enemies. Next to me, the Nexus of Souls is claimed by Acheron. Alright, finally, so that shall mark the end of the epic Nightvault narrative campaign hosted by the maoriwargamer. We've gone across 4 epic battles, Stormsire's Cursebreakers travelling across the Nightvault in search of their lost companions from the previous Shadespire campaigns I've played. Were they successful? What happened to them? What fate awaited our heroes? Stay tuned very shortly for a brief cinematic hinting at the future of Warhammer Underworlds. Of course, the Beastgrave has been released. Hopefully this time it won't take me over a year to get into that, but a lot of full-packed, action-packed content for your viewing pleasure. We do a lot of work to get that out for you. So it can get quite busy between, the pressures of everyday life, the burdens of management. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this series there, whānau. Give us a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Share this video with your family and friends. And leave a comment on any warbands you'd like to see. Who was your favourite warband? I particularly enjoyed Molog. He was Molog the Mighty. What an absolute beast. Fitting for the Beastgrave, perhaps, who knows. But yeah, had a lot of fun playing Shadespire. Great game, pick up and play. Characterful models, Age of Sigmar flavour without the investment into massive armies. That's right up our alley. So yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you tune in next week Sunday. We'll be rolling out Season 2 of Star Wars Legion. another little tabletop extra for your entertainment. Rebels versus Empire, set in the olden days of the Luke Skywalker times, and we'll be looking to battle on the planet of Tatooine. So that'll be exciting for all you Star Wars lovers. May the Force be with you all. I'll catch you next week. I am your humble host, the maoriwargamer. Thank you for watching. I'll also make sure to tune into this quick cinematic. Ka kite. Ando.
Sigmar, destroy this Nexus of Souls and free our lost companions. What's happening? Whoa! What happened? I can feel the sun on my face. Cool breeze flowing through the air. Where am I? Where is the Nightvault? Who approaches? Make yourself known. I can sense you. Calm yourself, brother. We have much to explain. Sanson Farstrider? Severin Steelheart? Have I done it? Have I freed you? No, we are in the beast grave, and we must fight yet again.